Good evening, fellow Plexers. I'm going to do a second video in one day, and this time it's going to try to help one of my viewers on my small YouTube channel. The How Man is having trouble with Rocky and Bullwinkle. So we're just going to use a few things. I've confirmed with him that it's the 1959 TV show, and if I go to TVDB, it's the Bullwinkle Show. So just in case, let's verify at TMDB that it's the same name. Alright, so it's the same name. So with a TV series, you can use this, or you can use this as the proper show name. If we go to Plex's series naming guide, under the important notes, Plex recommends adding the year. I never did that, and for most of the time, just naming the TVDB was enough. But now I use FileBot, and it automatically inserts the year in. I don't think it's necessary to add either the TVDB or the TMDB database number, but just the year is enough. So Plex tells us how to create structure. So right here it wants a show folder name called for the TV show with a year, and well, actually this is the episode name. Right here it's calling for the show folder name. Plex always gives an example of season 01 and not season 1 or season space 1, it's season space 01. And then again the proper show name with a year with a space dash space between the episode coding and a space dash space between the optional episode name. So all I've done is I've got some dummy files. It's a short 5-second recording of me. Plexers, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. And I'm using these just to ensure that I don't get a copyright strike from YouTube, and I can also prove that I'm not using actual media from any TV show. So I've dummied these up. All three are the same file. I've just renamed them basically to that basic show name, but I don't have any structure. So we already know that Plex will work best if it's 1959. So let me manually add that in. I'm only going to do it to one episode. And I want to show you that FileBot can be helpful, and FileBot can handle lots of situations. So I'm going to remove everything except for the episode coding. And then if I bring TVDB back up, let's go into the show and find the season 1 episode 3 episode name. And let's copy that. So the third show, I'm just going to rename by its episode. The third episode is going to be renamed just by its episode. I'm going to give FileBot a little bit of help by creating a little bit of structure. And let's put these into a folder name for the show without the year. And I'll copy those and paste them in. So I could do everything manually. I could just name it like this with each episode name and maybe manually add the episode descriptor too. But I'm not. I'm going to show you just the episode name, the complete proper show name with the episode coding, and then the TVDB show name with episode coding, all without a season folder. So let me show you FileBot with my custom expressions. If I wanted to use the default bindings, I would hit match, and then under episode mode just hit TVDB. And I've structured this enough that we should be able to find out what's going on. But so we're screwing FileBot up because it's looking for the episode name as a show name. So I'm really running it through the paces. So I'm going to hit skip. And because of the other two being properly named, FileBot determined what we were doing, and it gives it this simplified name, the Bullwinkle Show, SO1E03, and there's a space dash space here and another one here. Then it pulls in the episode name, and we are all set. And note, if we go back to TVDB, note these are really 2 episodes in each episode. And that's what it's pulling in here. So I could just hit rename and we'd be done. But I'm not creating any structure this way. If I use my custom expression, let me do just rename only. And again, that first one screws it up, so I'm going to skip it. Now we've added the year to everything, and I've also added some information about the show. In Plex's naming guide, someplace, it tells you to put extra information into brackets. And I don't know if I can find that quickly. Okay, so right here, they're showing extra information in brackets. The brackets causes Plex to ignore this information during matching. You can still get away with using a space dash space like it used to be separated, but brackets is something new for only a TV show library. So that's what we've got, extra information. And as you can see, this is a 4K little snippet of a file. Well, if I used a different expression, and let me show this one. If I use this one, this expression creates folder structure. So it'll create the name and the year in this for folders. It'll create the season information, but it doesn't add. Well, it doesn't add the TVDB or the TMDB database number like I would for a movie. So this is quite complicated. This adds the video format, the video codec, audio format, audio codec, and it also is programmed to automatically determine if there's an embedded sub or subtitles inside the video container file. And if it finds English ones, it labels it ENGSUB. And if it doesn't find English subs and it finds either foreign or unlabeled subtitles, it labels it UNDSUB. And then this last little bit, SUBT, in curly Q brackets, lets Plex automatically name external subtitles in the format of the SRT format. So let me cancel that, and I'm going to use this to create structure. All right, the first episode's still throwing it off. And now in my media folder, I am going to create the proper TV show folder with a year. It's going to create the season 1 folder and rename the episodes appropriately and put them where they belong. So FileBot with custom expressions can do a lot. So this is now an empty folder. And this is a proper folder. And again, they're dummy video files. But if I cut and paste them into my actual kids TV show library, and I find my Plex server, not that, you'll see we're already scanning. And if I go to recommended, I added the Bullwinkle Show and it pulled the proper metadata, and if I click into an episode, you'll see the episode descriptors, and everything matched up perfectly. except that this is a 5-second video because it's a dummy file again. And if we back up and I go back to my file manager window and I go find the new show and I cut it out and paste it back onto my local storage, because I have Plex set up to scan automatically and Plex is installed on the same NAS as where my storage is, Plex should detect those changes automatically. Though, honestly, Plex has been misbehaving today with some scanning, and I don't have an answer for why. So let's rescan manually. All right, we got the trash can and it's gone. So it's not too hard as long as you name your media correctly and you can match either entry. I'm preferring using the year now, even though this is the easier database to work out of, simply because you can switch between the seasons easily. And generally, the TVDB database has more specials in it. Like there's 18 here. And let's see how we do with this. So I can view all seasons, and I don't even see a special season listed, which brings me back to one point that's always important. For any TV show library, I recommend one advanced library setting change, and that is to pull episode ordering from the TVDB and not the default setting of the movie database. Leave everything else alone. Don't change your agents in the library settings within Plex. Just make this one change, especially if you use specials or if you want an alternate DVD order. The movie database has no alternate DVD order for TV shows, like you'll see oftentimes with TVDB. So we have aired order, and I prefer everything listed in my Plex server as aired order, but some people like the ease of just ripping from a DVD and using DVD order. Sometimes it's exactly the same, and sometimes one or two episodes will be in different sequences in a season, but you can even have different season amounts. So season 1 in aired order is 130 episodes, and if we click into it, that's a lot of Rocky and Bullwinkle. And remember, it looks like there's 2 shows for each episode, so that's really 260 little episodes. If we switch to DVD order, well, the first season of Rocky and his friends is only 26 episodes long, and the name are just show 1, show 2, show 3. So even if you rip these from DVD, my best advice is to ignore DVD order. Let's go back to our season. And if you know all the episodes that you can find are from season 1, or you don't have to know where they're from. Start the episode up, and generally with cartoons, it'll tell you the episode name someplace near the beginning, and if it tells you at the 13-second mark or the 25-second mark, generally it'll be the same for all episodes in that season. You can open the episode up, quickly find that mark, see what episode it is, and just do a keyword search for the episode name. Of course, Fractured is going to be used a lot with this series, but there's 20 of them. But if I did the Swing, there's only 1, and just by doing that search, you know it's the first or the 3rd episode, and you can highlight that, and you can go to your media You don't even need anything named too well. As long as you've got it under the master show folder, you can go in and simply rename it like this, and then use something like FileBot. Even with a basic expression, you can do that. So let's do that as a last demonstration. All right, so this is one, because this won't screw FileBot up. Okay, so we've manually matched up unknown episodes of a show to the listing at TVDB, and we've just given them simple names like this. You can have your season 1 folder created or not have it created, but if you're going to use basic FileBot, have it created, and you've given it a good show name that matches either database. So now if I open it up in FileBot and just use the default binding, so I'm going to cancel that and try it again. All right, that's not going to work. I've got to type the Bullwinkle Show. Okay, and that's all it took. And just from the season episode coding, it could match up what it needed. And if I hit rename, now I've got the simplified names, and that's all Plex needs. Now these episodes don't have the year in it, but that still won't matter. And we'll let this be the last demonstration. Let me refresh that because that's really gone. Paste. Bring back my server window. We'll wait for some activity. You'll see we're scanning. Okay, so it's got the Bullwinkle Show. Scans fast because they're short dummy episodes. And voila, that works too, just like it did previously. So thanks for watching, and thanks for interacting on my channel and asking a question there. I hope this is helpful to you.